What's up, everybody? It's J-Mac, and welcome back to Bigfoot Input. Quick disclaimer: the device that I use to record these videos is broken currently, so I have no access to all of my pictures, my artwork, anything. So we're completely winging this video because I wanted to get a new video out before live on Friday. So excuse any technical difficulties or things that are out of place. We will be back up on our feet soon, okay? But as for now, we got some pictures to go through, so let's get it done. I want to thank like the 6,000 or so people that showed up for our live last week. We will be doing it again on Friday night. So Friday night, I'll announce it probably 7-ish. Yeah, we'll do it again Friday. So this is New Jersey Sasquatch, and I contacted him a while ago about showcasing some of his pictures. He's cool with it. It looks to me, you know, it looks a bit more like a feral human to me than a Sasquatch, and I don't know how he feels about that stance. We haven't really discussed it that closely or that deeply, but it just doesn't give off Sasquatch vibes, you know. But it does absolutely have the appropriate facial characteristics and looks like a feral human. Anything? No. Okay. So thank you to them for letting us showcase their pictures, and we will in the future. In fact, I have a whole batch of pictures that I was going to do for this video, which is on that other device. So if you don't see your picture, hang tight. It should be in the next episode. I try to have some sort of chronological order as pictures are coming out. You know, I like to do the newer pictures first, and then just pepper in stuff like this. Here's some trail cam footage from a viewer in Bessemer. This is from TV6 and Fox. I don't know what state this is from. I don't know. I guess it depends wherever Bessemer is. I did not research that ahead of time. Bear or Bigfoot? Well, I'm going to switch gears on that. Can we say Bigfoot or guy in suit? Because it's certainly not a bear. Let's see if we can get a real close look. There you go. Nothing but shadows. Unfortunately, it's a low quality game camera. It looks like there's two different angles though, which means, you know, he kind of turned, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. Yeah, inconclusive on this. It's an interesting enough picture, you know, but lately we've just seen some things, you know, the Colorado train Sasquatch, the white Sasquatch, you know, on the Alaskan boat ride. It's just Bigfoot suits are becoming more and more prevalent, and then there's always just, you know, misinterpretation. Like, people don't mean to hoax, but they just get caught wearing the wrong thing at the wrong time on the wrong camera. Next thing you know, they're a Sasquatch. I never met this guy before. His name is Matthew Maynard, and he posted this picture a while back, and I reached out to him and asked him if we could use it, because he said this thing changes into this thing, and not sure if I'll ever understand this. So what he's referring to, you see this little guy here, okay, which you'll see that it's the same creature, just a different angle. But that in itself is a cool enough picture. Leave me alone. Go away. That's a cool enough picture, but if you get into this picture here in particular, that's pretty neat. You know what I'm saying? This is a very compelling picture. I mean, it's quite obvious what it is. We're looking at a Sasquatch. And I don't know, let's see, Matthew, if you care to share what state you're from, that would be interesting for the group, because I don't know where Matthew's from. But thank you, Matthew. And of course, this is all from this is Daryl's group, Bigfoot Believers and Other Creatures, if you haven't joined that group yet, I suggest that you do. And then I got a close-up of this guy. So, big wow. Just a big wow. Thank you, Matthew. Please feel free to send any other pictures that you have. We'd like to see them. This was posted by Florida Bigfoot. I don't know if this is actually Billy's photo or if he was just talking about it. But I think it's interesting enough. I mean, it definitely has the facial characteristics of, you know, there's the eye there, the nose here, kind of a flat hooded nose, and then, you know, facial hair over the chin, and there's your cheekbones, and then of course your hairline. And he's completely just like camoed out, you know, he's just a little darker than the trees that he's in. So I thought that was a cool picture. Thanks, Billy. Pamela Esper caught this guy in some IR footage. What are we looking at here? I think we're looking at an eyeball and a nose and a mouth structure. And then, of course, he's completely shrouded in bush, which they love to do. There's some sticks here and a tree back here. He's completely hiding, but nevertheless, a cool picture. Thank you, Pamela. Dennis Herstad, Little Forest People is what he'll refer to these as, and I have no retort for that, so we're just gonna let that fly. You got these little. This one in particular, I think, is pretty impressive. I mean, that's just, if that's not a face of someone, I don't know, you know, what else are you looking for in a face? And I know people love to throw out the term pareidolia, but I don't know. Maybe that's a rabbit hole that we'll go down on the live show Friday, because I have a theory about pareidolia that I want to share with you guys. Friday evening, guys, come join us. And we'll be talking live about Bigfoots and whatever. A lot of whatever last week. We got off the rails last week. I think this is another Dennis Herstad, actually. Yeah, again, there's not a lot of organization or hoopla on this set of pictures. Thank you. Yes, I know. Go away now. Creatures. Yeah, this was cool. Right in the center of the screen, just right there, this guy right here. Thank you, Dennis. Catherine Norris, all the time coming up with something interesting. Let's see, what is the best look at it? Looks like this one is probably the best. This is a zoom in here just to see the nose and the eye and this is your I think they call this the optical bone. Optical bone, sorry. And then the forehead here with the hair. So not sure what it is, but it's weird, and we dig weird. So Boise Bigfoot posted this one the other day, and you know, they got a nice caption on it, just sort of raising the interest of the picture, claiming that it's a vintage picture, this and that. Now, I don't disagree with any of that. You know, you look at this helicopter, this fire helicopter here. This thing is, you'll see this in a museum somewhere. It's about as old as it gets. This is definitely, this is about as old as me, or older. But anyway, I don't see anything cool here, and I don't really know why they're there. You know, I don't see any smoke or fire. They could be there just doing some sort of scouting or something, looking for burns. You know how they do those controlled burns and things like that. But when you get in over here, drag it in as far as I can. There's this dude. I'll zoom in as much as I can too. Okay. It's interesting. I mean, it's checking all the boxes, with the eyes, and I can see the nose and I can see the head shape. And it's really tall, whatever it is, it's probably 9-10 feet tall, guessing. So I mean, yeah, it's checking all the boxes. Something just sits a little wrong with it though for me, and I can't put my finger on it. Like, it doesn't feel like Photoshop, because if it is Photoshop, it's done very well, with the bush here sticking out in front of the creature. Is it possible that it's Photoshop? Yes. I don't see any blur lines. I don't see. It just doesn't look like your typical Photoshop. It also doesn't look like AI. So, that being said, although it doesn't necessarily sit quite right with me, I can't say why, and I have to say that I feel like it's probably legitimate. Now, I have to question the scenario itself. Why are we out here taking a picture of this helicopter in the middle of the woods, and there's just a Bigfoot standing here? Now, I'm not going to say that this Bigfoot might be confrontational, he might be territorial, he might be like, what is this thing? I'm going to take it on, and that may be the case. These guys may or may not even see the creature. This guy taking the picture may or may not even see the creature. But, your helicopter's way off to the left of the screen of the picture, and your Bigfoot's way off to the right. And it just doesn't quite make sense, although it could have been a series of photos, and this is just one we're seeing. I'd want to know, why isn't the entire helicopter in the picture if that's what we're photographing? If we're photographing the Bigfoot that we know is there, then why isn't the focus on the Bigfoot? Why isn't it in the center of the screen? I just have questions, and unfortunately they're no questions that no one can answer. So there you go. Thanks to Boise Bigfoot, they post some interesting stuff, so go check them out. Shannon Miller here, with Lacucci, Florida. With Lacucci River anyway, Florida. Don't try to say that word unless you're from Florida. You're not going to be able to get it. It's just not going to happen. We have a lot of Native American influence down here. Seminole Indians, Seminole Native Americans. So a lot of strange sounding places like the Suwannee River. There you go. You got it. I mean, there's your mouth, there's your nose with your nostrils, and it's showing at least one eyeball, but I think I can't tell if this is all leaves here, maybe covering the other one, but I'll tell you what, this is going to shake you up a little bit. Follow the cursor. That's a big cone-shaped head. And it comes down to 0 neck and just keeps going down the arm length. So, just don't know. It seems like he's hiding. Maybe this is like some sort of like a gully, for a lack of a better word. It could be like an end of a little stream or something, because he's definitely like down. He's not standing full height, is my point. He's on his knees, and it looks like he's leaning into this earth right here. So imagine that, if he stands, he's 7 foot up this tree now, something to that effect. So big boy, real big. And excellent job on catching that, Shannon. I see other faces too, but I really try to avoid pareidolia, but this one is sticking out to me pretty hard. And see, look, there's nostrils there, 1, 2, mouth, eye. If to me, like, if I get pareidolia. Like this thing right here. This is pareidolia. This is just our brain making this look like a face. That is the whole idea behind pareidolia. But when the pareidolia has nostrils, you know, I get a little skeptical about whether it's still pareidolia or whether that could be something real. So anyway, I don't want to drag on too much about this picture, but we have at least one creature in the picture. I think we can all agree on that. So thank you, Shannon, for that submission. All right, so here is the next definitive picture of a wolf man, a dog man, and so we've got it. Here it is. You know, undeniable proof and evidence of the dog man eating whatever prey he has here. I can't tell if it's a large rabbit or maybe could be a fox or something of that kind. But anyway, let's have a look. Big paws, got some claws there. Looks to be maybe 3, possibly 4 digits. Not sure what's going on with this leg here. It kind of goes down to the ground, which kind of looks like carpet, but I'll leave that alone. But the leg just sort of stops, like right there on the ground. And then there's something here, which is either the foot of this creature or the bloody entrails of this creature. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Speaking of blood, there seems to be a lack of it, considering that he's just eating the ass end out of this creature. You would think there would be some blood on his face, or at least this stuff here, but no, there's none. Okay. Go up here. He's got more like cat-like ears than what I would really say dog, and like this whole forehead thing, this is more indicative of a cat, but you know, alright, you know, we could let that go. Very short snout from what I would expect to see on a dogman creature. You know, he's got the tapetum lucidum, which obviously we would expect. This is weird. Why there's like this circle, this perfectly black circle around the perfectly white, you know, retina. But what I think I find the coolest about this picture, what I love the most, despite all that, is that they have this like 4K Trailcam photo, trail camera, just taking the picture of this beautiful night sky. I mean, it is just gorgeous. You got this perfectly smooth tree over here, no bark on that at all. Looks like a little bit of bark on this one, but maybe not much. You know, same over here. Right, this guy here. So what do we think? I think that AI is getting better every day at doing fur and hair, but it still has not perfected it, and it still just doesn't. Follow my mouse. It doesn't have the capabilities of discerning things that humans would see, you know, and be like, something's wrong there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just hasn't gotten that intelligent yet. It'll get there one day. But this right here, to me, is probably the game changer. That's just, where are his feet? All right, I'm going to say AI on that, and still waiting on that definitive Dogman evidence. That's not it. I think we already did this picture a while ago, but, you know, hey, hell, we're here, right? So SkyPoint Link something, I don't know, some sort of camera. So I'm not going to say that this is not a trail cam photo. I'm not going to say that any, picture that claims to be is not a trail cam photo. But understand one thing: when we're looking at a trail cam photo, this does not make it a trail cam photo. This is so easily faked. Like I could make one on my phone in just mere minutes, and I could post that on top of any picture that I want. So keep that in mind when we see these trail cam photos. Just be skeptical, that's all. So I think when we saw this picture last time, I had deduced that it looked more like the Flatwoods Monster to me than anything, which I find kind of cool, but I still stand by that. Let's we'll get in real close in on it, huh? He looks like a big bug, because I don't really see like a nose necessarily, but I see like eyes and a mouth. And it kind of looks like it's wearing a dress, which is what the Flatwoods Monster looks like. I had the opportunity to go to the museum in Sutton, Virginia, West Virginia, but I think they were closed that day. All right. Cool photo. The way it comes across on this is, see how this is like kind of looks diagonal? I think someone took a picture of a screen. That could add to the credibility, being that they had this camera, like the trail cam, and maybe they don't know how to take the memory card out and do all that, or they just wanted to get a quick, picture of it. I'm not entirely sure, but like I said, that may add to the credibility of this picture. And if you don't know about the Flatwoods Monster, I would suggest hop on YouTube or something and find a channel that has done a video about the Flatwoods Monster. I personally have not. I don't think I've ever really done that, like done videos on individual lore. I may have just came up with an interesting idea, but we got this one from Denise Croy. I hope I'm pronouncing her name right. Spotted by Miguel, of course. This is a family of Kathy Westerman, who simply, from what I hear, was not really into the subject. I'll say it that way. And just went out for a walk in like a little nature trail type area, whatever, and was taking some pictures while she was out there, and caught this guy by accident. Right here. Which all we're seeing here is a little peek over some bush. You can see the head and the shoulders and the face and the eyeball there. Right here. All right, let's move on. I do believe I do believe that my mouse just died in the middle of the freaking recording. Okay, so moving right along. We're gonna put ourselves out of this misery. Kathy Westerman, aim to frame, Bigfoot World. You guys already know who she is. I think this is a very cool picture, and I'm gonna show you why. IR footage, same creature. Looks to me like he's sleeping. Okay, that's what it looked like to me. I think Kathy said I was wrong because of the sequence of the pictures, but next picture he's looking like this, straight up and down, eyeballs there, big nostrils. You can see the mouth and everything. A little bit of an ear up there. But anyway, Kathy said that the sequence is wrong, so it's got to be this way. So she said that she thought maybe he was laughing. So I'm not sure about that, but what I do know is that this is a fantastic catch of a creature right here. Look at that. And I got a little side-by-side for you guys. There you go. There you go. And that is a perfect way to end the show. I'm going to ask you guys forgiveness on this particular video. Again, we are dealing with technical difficulties, and so maybe not as nice as some of our other videos, but I do want to thank all of our Patreon members, I don't know, 8 or so Patreon members, and I'm not going to try to name them because I will forget someone and offend someone, but you know who you are. And of course, our members of this channel, of the YouTube channel, we appreciate you guys very much. We do have a few cryptid corpse videos that we're not comfortable releasing on YouTube, so we reserve those for our Patreons and our channel members. And we will be coming up with a little podcast here soon. We're just going to do some quick 30-minute podcasts. I don't know how these guys do these 3-hour podcasts. It's crazy to me, but we'll do some little podcasts, and we're going to talk about some provocative issues involving cryptids, stuff that you don't normally hear and people normally don't discuss. So with that being said, I thank you guys for all the support, and this is J Mac, and I'm out.